Hey everybody, I'm Ethan.
And I'm Jesse, and you're watching Now Let's Review. Alright, so our viewer John wrote in asking, should I get an e-bike or an e-scooter? And of course, obviously the answer is e-scooter. Obviously the answer is e-scooter because, they're just so much fun. I love going for a scoot, on my lunch break, just scooting around. They're really fun.
That is true, but e-bikes can be just as fun. Think about stuff like the Ariel X Class, and that's just the one that comes to mind because it is so fun, but there are plenty of other e-bikes that are powerful and fast and are exciting to ride as well. Plus, you can actually get exercise with e-bikes, and you don't really get that with e-scooters.
Yeah, but I would argue that just makes e-scooters more relaxing and fun to ride. You don't have to be huffing and puffing and working really hard, getting all sweaty. And plus, there is some physicality to scooters. You do have to be, leaning and turning and stopping, and sometimes you have to kick off. And so, there is some exercise. You're not just sitting there being carried around on a royal throne.
Okay, yeah, but you can get e-bikes that have throttles, so you don't have to pedal at all. You can just cruise with the throttle, not even have to worry about getting exercise or overworking yourself.
Okay, so then you're basically paying more for something that's essentially a big e-scooter?
Yeah, but e-bikes have seats, so you don't have to stand the whole time. Your legs can get tired after riding a scooter for a while, but on a bike you can just sit down and enjoy the ride.
Well, you can get scooters with seats, and you can also get seats that go on scooters.
And you'll look so cool riding a scooter with a seat.
Okay, I'm just saying that's a possibility. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Scooters are so much easier to transport. You can fold them up, fit them in your car, pack them away in your house where you're never gonna find them again.
Yeah, but some e-bikes also fold, and the ones that fold can probably fit into a car, and you can just bring them inside to store in there as well.
Yeah, but I'm not really that interested in lugging a 70-pound e-bike up the stairs into my apartment, or having to scrape that into the back of my car.
I guess, yeah, but the e-bikes are heavier because they have bigger tires and suspension and overall just more components that make the ride more comfortable. And e-bikes can go faster and further than e-scooters.
Yeah, but you could get a performance scooter that has dual suspension, 40-mile-an-hour top speed. Some of them even have ranges up to 70 miles, so there goes your argument.
All right, true, but something like that is probably gonna weigh just as much, if not more, than an e-bike. Also, if your scooter dies, you're stuck, and with an e-bike you can keep pedaling and go as far as you want.
Yeah, but still, most e-scooters are lighter and smaller, and they could fit under my desk at work, and so that way, if I want to go out for a scoot, I just unfold it, and I was charging it the whole time under my desk.
All right, that's true, but there are bike racks everywhere, especially in urban environments, so you could just take your e-bike to work, lock it up at the bike rack, and then take the battery out of the bike and bring that inside to charge. So that way you're taking up even less space than you are with a scooter, because most scooters don't have removable batteries, and that way if I want to go out for a ride, I can just take the battery outside, put it back in the bike. And plus, having just a battery inside is going to give me far less weird looks from coworkers than having a scooter inside.
Yeah, but you're going to be getting death stares from every cyclist on the road.
All right, but at least I won't look like a dork riding a scooter if I'm on an e-bike.
Okay, but at least I won't be a sweaty mess if I get to work on a scooter.
Yeah, but on an e-bike, I can let the bike do most of the work, and I can also carry things with me on an e-bike, like a change of clothes or even a passenger.
Okay, but if I did want to bring a friend along, they're probably not going to want to sit behind me. For the price of an e-bike, I could buy 2 e-scooters, and they could be riding along next to me. Much more comfortable than, hey Greg, do you want to hop on the back? Don't think that most people are going to take you up on that offer.
Okay, but because of what Bird and Lime did in a lot of cities, people hold a grudge against electric scooters, and they have a pretty bad reputation.
Yeah, they do.
But anyways, in all seriousness, both electric scooters and electric bikes do have their ups and downs. It all depends on where you are, what your commute looks like, and your personal preference.
Yeah, e-bikes are generally going to have a lot more comfort features when it comes to you're going to be sitting. You're also going to be able to pedal, which means that you can generally eke out a longer range. Even with the same battery size between an e-bike and an e-scooter, the e-bike can get a longer range if you're going to be pedaling, and you just have a lot more places to put stuff.
True, and electric scooters are like we said, generally cheaper than electric bikes. You probably can get two for the price of your average e-bike. They're also much easier to transport. They do fold down a lot smaller than most e-bikes do. And yeah, for shorter distances and tighter commutes when you have to weave through pedestrians and traffic, yeah, a scooter would be great for that.
And I think that the best point here is that there are tons and tons and tons of options. Really consider doing your research, because I mean, they sell really small e-bikes that can fold up really small. And they sell some e-scooters that don't fold up at all, but basically have the same specs as like a really nice e-bike.
Yeah, and the same price too. So lots of different options, lots of different prices. Again, totally depends on your commute, where you live, what your weather's like, how your roads are, access to bike paths. All these different factors are going to go into making your decision.
So anyway, we hope you brought up a couple of points that you might not have thought of. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time on Now Let's Review.